When I moved to Panama, I moved here with my husband of 25 years. Dating and remarrying were the last things on my mind, but life had other plans. Hi, I'm Lisa, and I live in Panama, and I make videos about my life here, the good stuff, the bad stuff, the bizarre stuff, the TIP, this is Panama stuff. And I even do stories about the surprising things. My husband and I moved from the US expecting to build a new life here in Panama. But it didn't exactly go that way. 4.5 months after we moved here, he passed away. He went out to walk the dog and he never came back. He had a heart attack. And so I was left here just trying to figure out my new normal. I wasn't trying to meet anyone. Truth be told, I wasn't even open to the idea. But then, as life would have it, on just a random Friday at a coffee shop, I met Peter. And somehow that was the start of a whole new chapter. And so since that time, I've learned a few things, or actually, in addition to learning, just been reminded of a few things. First of all, that life and your plans don't always go the way you really expect them to. They don't necessarily follow your timeline. You can move to a new country with a solid plan and boom, it's just taken away from you. Had to be reminded, tomorrow's not promised for anybody, and that's just life. I've also learned that you can spend 25 years with someone and suddenly lose them and discover that there's a whole new chapter waiting for you. I've also learned that grief and joy can coexist in the same heart at the same time. That you don't have to replace love. You can carry it forward while making room for new beginnings. New beginnings. There's a story there. So from 2009 to 2019, my youngest daughter lived in China, and she told me a phrase, and I'm going to butcher it because I don't speak Chinese, but the phrase is "xin kai shi," which she said means new beginnings, and I really liked that. It really stuck with me at that time. Little did I know that it would make an impact on me now. And so after my husband passed away, that phrase just kept repeating in my head. So much so that I decided to go ahead and get a tattoo on my arm that says "xin kai shi," new beginnings, because that's what happened to me. The tattoo is just a reminder to me that even in loss, life gives us a way of just starting over. I've learned that moving abroad is not necessarily just about changing your location, but it can also change your heart in ways that you never saw coming. Um, I've learned that finding love abroad isn't always about dating apps um, and searches. Sometimes it's about being open enough to say yes to the surprises that life throws at you. Um, so let me share with you a little story. The morning that I met Peter, um, my friend Benita and I had gone to an expat meetup at a coffee shop. We got there a little bit early because we wanted to have breakfast before the meetup actually happened. And while we were sitting there, she asked me, "Lisa, do you think you would ever start dating again?" And without missing a beat, I said, "Absolutely not. There is zero chance that I am ever going to do that. I have no desire to start dating or to meet anybody. That section of my life is done." And wouldn't you know it, by the time that breakfast, that meetup was over, I would have met someone. I met Peter. So here's how it happened. So that particular day at the coffee shop, there were a lot of people there. and they had moved in a whole bunch of tables and chairs to accommodate us. So, full disclosure, I had already noticed him earlier. He had been walking by me, um, and I thought, oh, he's kind of cute. But remember, I'm not trying to meet anybody, so I just sort of let that pass. He hadn't seen me yet, so when I accidentally bumped into him and
accidentally
not realized, oh,
there was
this
no
is the guy that I've been noticing.
No accident. No accident. It was done on purpose with much malice.
No, not at all.
She laughed at my jokes.
And I still laugh at his jokes. I think he's hilarious.
And she's pretty.
So, anyway, I think that was why I felt bold enough to actually be playful and joke with him. So, if I had known before moving to Panama that my life would have changed completely, I would have been terrified. But now I'm actually grateful that I didn't know. Aren't we always grateful we don't know what's coming around the corner? Because what I've learned is that life and love have a way of finding you when you're not even looking for it. So that's our story. Those are the things I've learned, and that's how we met. If you're curious about life, love, or other things, stick around. My channel's full of them because those things have been happening, and I will share them with you.